Let's go ahead and get this out of the way. I don't think any of the Night Bears are bad. However, comparatively speaking, I thought Guardian was at the bottom. He's got a stubby little dodge, his skill was terrible, his ult was inconsistent unless your teammates were dry humping each other on the boss's arena. And I know, skill difference, get good, and you're probably right. So, I played the shit out of Guardian. I ran my bird face into Everdark Fulghor's ass for 5 straight consecutive runs, and boys, I learned a lot. Before we jump into that, let's go over Guardian as a whole. Guardian's best scaling stat is his Vigor, with S scaling and topping it at 60 by level 15. Of course, that info is hidden because, of course it is. And behind that is Strength with B scaling. Number doesn't really matter. Aside from that, he scales pretty average with everything. He's also got a special moveset with halberds, as well as special guard counter when using them. That sums up Guardian in his scaling, but let's jump over to his abilities super quickly, because I think this is both his weakest and strongest spots, but we'll get into that in the relic section. For Guardian's abilities, first let's talk about the bread and butter of this bad bird, the passive, which isn't active. That functions passively. Steel Guard is activated when you dodge in any direction while holding guard. It's a better variant of normal guard that drains your stamina while maintaining it, and genuinely what sets the good birds from the great. After that, we got Guardian's primary skill, Whirlwind. Unupgraded, it's useful on the first camp, and when you accidentally hit Y and left trigger at the same time. Aside from that, dear god, you're just better off charging an R2. Okay, it may have some use in very minor crowd control against a rabbit squirrel, but please, don't use it for damage. You can use it while spacing a Night Lord and your ally is down to not reset your progress on getting them up, but now we're getting to some weird technical nitty-gritty shenanigans. Let's just move on, alright? Guardian's ult is Wings of Salvation, or Hawk Tool on that team if you want. It's an auto-resurrect at any amount of down bars, but please God make sure your teammates are close together because the range is deceiving as hell. Something else a lot of Guardians I see don't know, you can hold it to generate a massive field of invulnerability for you and your team. It's great. Guardians, please start doing this more. I promise your allies' damage is better than yours. And that's basically all you need to know about his skills and his kit. Now, I may have been a little harsh with the abilities, but that's unupgraded. Guardian truly shines when he gets a few good relics under his belt, and luckily, you don't even have to work hard for it. Some of the best relics you could ask for on Guardian are given to you on a silver plate via remembrances. I highly recommend Witch's Brooch and Stone Stake. The third one is completely up to you, although some suggestions, stamina back on attack, more endurance overall, since you're going to be burning through your stamina bar. But the important thing is the combo of Witch's Brooch and Stone Stake. They really ramp his shit up to 11. Steel Guard now reflects damage and is a good consistent amount that also staggers. Your ult not only revives, but can also act as a full heal to you and your entire team if you stay in the invuln zone. And the skill, oh my god, it's actually good now. You can fully stunlock the shit out of a Banished Knight and everything below it, while you and your allies just mercilessly beat their ass. Still, borderline useless on Night Lords though. But the pure crowd control you have is just its peak in the early Night 1, Night 2 kind of phase. Now that we've kind of gone over what Bird is, let's start to dive into how Bird do. After thinking Bird be real bad and forcing myself to play him on the hardest fights, Bird actually alright. Let's break it down into different areas of the game, going into Knights, Night 1, Night 2, and the Night Lord. For Night 1, Bird is extremely good and full of utility. Most of the basic camps and little guys are going to be curb stomping into next year. The Bird is unironically the GOAT of crowd control. Does it better than any of the other Night Farers. You can just keep on blasting and you and your friends can keep on mobbing. As his HP scales higher, you just get super comfy. Sure, yeah, why not? I could take Ball Sucking Hunter at level 7. Please don't, I bet you can, it's just not worth the time, man. If you get Banished Knights in Castle, honestly, it's just free. Just keep spamming your Whirlwind, knock them down. Also Giants, sure, those heat-seeking pop missiles will snipe the shit out of you with the precision of a child soldier grown up on Call of Duty after having 4 Adderall, but you got HP, you got a shield, you're fine. Most of my runs as Guardian end up around level 9 to 11 by the end of Night 1. As for Night 2, speed is king, baby. Ka-chow, or whatever. It's time to hunt down bosses and be the tank you're meant to be. Rezzing your dumbass randoms who stand in front of DTS horse fireballs, or your friend thinking he can solo Blackblade Kindred as Executor because he hit Genshiro in the tutorial of Sekiro one time before never playing the game again. You're the rock, the foundation. Burb is here, baby. You're not clapping as much ass as Iron Eye with 2 marks and a legendary bow with Barrage. And you're not smacking as much cheeks as Raider double fisting some big ass sticks. But you know what? You got range, you got HP, you got stamina for days, so just keep on poking. Consistency. Now, I'll admit, Night 3 is not the strongest part for Guardian. Yes, your ult is freaking fantastic for getting your team up and those great clips for Reddit. However, there's going to be a lot of running. Whenever your Iron Eye looks sideways at the boss and whenever your Recluse tries to heal, the boss is just going to be sprinting from one side of the arena to the other. Your ass is going to be making laps. But all in all, that's fine. It's still just like Night 2. You're still the tank. You still have HP. You still have your range. You still have your stamina. Keep on blocking the boss. Keep doing as much chip damage as possible. And you'll clutch it out. And remember, Guardian's ult isn't as long of a cooldown as you think it is. It comes back pretty quick. And there are some other ways you can make it even faster with the right relic setups. Now that we've gotten the general gist out of the way, how the bird is, kind of what he does, how he plays in the Knights, let's talk about build items you want to go for. General stats to be on the lookout for, and just general nice to haves. You're going to be getting a ton of halberds, and depending on which Night Lord you're fighting, the priority pretty much relies on that. Aside from general element X boss is weak to, be on the lookout for Commander Standard. This bad boy buffs the shit out of you and your allies for a good while, every time you swing that shit around in Ka. But just because Guardian's favorite item is halberds, don't look down on other great strength weapons, like a Dragon's Claw, Axe of Godfrey, or other colossal or big-ass strength weapons. Remember, your strength scaling is technically your best scaling damage stat. If you have a Raider, though, just give over those. I mean, unless they have good passives for you, but seriously, I mean, they're going to make more use out of it than you, but... You'll also want to be on the lookout for higher quality shield. The guard boost is insanely good for reducing the wear and tear in your stamina. If you can find a blue one, great. A purple, even better. Mostly you just want to be looking for passives on them and what rarity they are. Now while you're foraging the countryside for items, here are some passives that you might want to be on the lookout for. Number 1, damage negation at full HP. Just super useful, always good to have. Number 2, increased guarding ability. This actually improves your guarding, reduces the stamina drain. Number 3, improved guard counter if you're going for more damage on your guard counters. And the last one is insert boss damage type negation here. For instance, Fulghor does holy damage, so I want holy damage negation. Aside from stat sticks and shields, here's some talismans that you should be on the lookout for. Number 1, shield talisman. Duh, really good. Number 2, ritual shield talisman. Again, self-explanatory, just pure damage negation, you are the tank. Number 3, curved blade talisman. This improves your guard counters, works similarly with the improved guard counter build that we were talking about earlier. And number 4, if you're just looking for anything, max stamina, max HP talismans are good. Oh, and obviously the golden scarab. More runes, the better. Now that we got all the fun stuff and items out of the way, let's talk a few useful tips and tricks you can use in an attempt to impress your friends, but they'll just call you a nerd for. The randoms online will love you for it though, so don't close out now. Tip 1. Don't sit in your steel guard. Be quick about it. Similar to Executor's Reflect, pop shield and dodge into an enemy hit as they land. Once that's clear or their combo is over, you can safely throw a guard counter into the mix. Tip 2, patience. Guardian's damage is mid as hell, so you're not actually going to be making a fight quicker if you get your shit slapped by Crucible Knight trying to get a guard counter in mid combo. You're just wasting resources. Time your counters, use it to learn the movesets on enemies, and just play more safe. As long as you're holding aggro and the enemy's looking at you, you're doing a great job. Tip number 3 is stamina management. Always be dropping your guard if you don't need it. Make sure your stamina is coming back online because you're going to be using it a lot. You're going to be more worried about your stamina than your HP as Guardian. The best way I found for this is don't always just throw a guard counter in if you think you can. If you have one little sliver of stamina left, don't just waste it throwing a guard counter. Just drop shield, drop the steel guard, and let it reset. And my last tip, that isn't really a tip, but I just think it's a tip. You're the carry. They just don't know it yet. You're like the protective father watching over his dumbass children play with fireworks on the 4th of July. They gonna do something stupid? Probably. But you're there to pull them out before it gets dangerous. You know what? I went into this pseudo challenge video idea thinking that I'm gonna hate my life for the next day as I only play Guardian. Before this, I would have put Guardian in D tier, right ahead of Revenant. Making that clear. But I learned. It was a skill issue. I didn't get good, but I did learn. Yeah, his dodge is dinky, but you just gotta use the mechanics he's given, and you'll fly far. No bird pun intended. Without his relics, I still think Guardian is D tier. The other Nightfarers just do it better raw. But with better relics, Guardian just moves straight up to a B tier. He's great at almost everything and super comfy to play. So if you hate Bird, just fucking get good, okay? At least your random didn't pick Revenant and take all the colossal weapons because funny meme XD. I think Guardian has a solid skill floor and a middle of the road skill ceiling, making Bird great to pick up, and if you like the shield playstyle and that supporty kind of role, more power to you, man. He fits super comfortably into that role, and he's just a ton of fun to play, honestly. So, is Bird bad? Nah, Bird's pretty alright. Anyway, thanks for coming to my TED Talk. If you made it to the end of the video, post something in comments like, Bird good, so I know you made it, and we can all laugh at the idiots who post things like, actually, Guardian isn't bad if you just, We'll know the inside joke. They won't. I still really dislike Revenant.